It's the 1800s, and there's a movement afoot, and that movement is to chip away and get drinking outlawed in the United States. And how is that going to happen? Find out next on the Beer Culture Moment. Shortly after the 19th century began, temperance societies began to spring up everywhere. Temperance leagues were not just out to warn people of the dangers of alcohol, they were out to shut drinking down, period. And what better way to do that than to start with an ad campaign? So that's exactly what they did. They started making numerous ads, all showing the monstrous effects of drinking alcohol. One such famous cartoon is called The Drunkards Progress. And I'm going to put the slide up on the screen so you can see it. And we'll go through the steps. Step 1 begins with just a glass of alcohol or beer with a friend, which leads to the next step, which is a glass to keep the cold out. Next step is a glass too much. Then it's drunk and riotous. And then at the summit, he's with his jolly companions and a confirmed drunkard. Then coming down the steps is poverty and disease, forsaken by friends, desperation and crime, and finally death by suicide. Now, according to the Temperance League, this would apply to every man who drinks alcohol. It always starts with one drink, and obviously it's going to lead to suicide because that's where alcohol leads. Now, temperance society sprung up primarily because there really was an alcohol problem in the 1800s, but it's not what you would think. It's that there was a boom because alcohol was much more available to the masses. So the temperance society saw this as the downfall of society. So they continued to chip away and do their ad campaign through the 1800s. This particular ad was done by Nathaniel Currier, and it was done in 1846, but there were ads preceding this, there were ads after this, but it would take a perfect storm to actually end up with the demolition of alcohol drinking, which is prohibition. But that's not today's beer culture moment. That's the next beer culture moment. So stay tuned for part 2 when we talk about the perfect storm and prohibition. But the Drunkards Progress, that was today's beer culture moment. This has been a Matty Boy presentation. Say bye-bye, Matty.
Bye-bye.